Oh man, shooter. That's definitely the first thing that comes to my mind.
That's honestly the one man I can say that's an extremely good shooter that I can hardly guard. I pride myself on defense and I'm pretty good with guarding shooters. That's the one shooter that I was like, okay, this man is pretty hard to guard.
Alec's a character. I think everyone on our team is a character in their own respect. One thing I love about Alec is, I guess it could be like a routine type thing, and me and Alec are two people who have a routine every single time, every single practice, every single game. When we come in here, we run 2 laps around the gym. We always end. It has to be on the same end, and we have to be next to each other, and we have to do a high five. His hands behind his back, mine in front, and I just think it shows that he's definitely somebody who can bring like the goofiness, I guess, to every day to practice and stuff like that, and a good attitude. I think he did a great job leading our team this year.
Good shooter. That's it. No. Oh no, he was a great captain. I mean, he was the captain that was hard on us. You know, that would just be, he was the aggression. I mean, but that's what we kind of needed at times. You know, sometimes we would look at it as a negative thing, but all in all, he was a good captain.
Oh, Alec, that's the best. That's a sniper. Best shooter in the conference easily. Funny dude. Overexcited dude. And then always bringing energy to practice every day. Everybody else is not feeling it at all. This man's around here jumping, just wired, crazy.
ALEC Colhoff. That man, he's like an Energizer bunny. Like before practice, he's got his caffeine, his Starbucks in his hand. I mean, he's ready to go. You know, as annoying as it can be sometimes, like it really did help getting through practice. Even if it was like fake energy, you know, fake it till you make it. He was definitely like a catalyst for the tough days of practice, getting in and just grinding. He was definitely a leader in that aspect. And I got really close with him this year, just as a friend off the court.
Loud. I'll go with loud. He's just always the vocal one in practice games. Just annoying me, anything.
No, he's our leader. He's probably one of the most consistent guys I've ever seen, along with 3 points. He's just, anytime I feel like we needed a 3-pointer, he was there. He's just an awesome guy to hang out with, an awesome guy to play basketball with.
He's been a leader the whole time. I've seen him, doing his best to grow as a leader, and I think he really did this year. He showed up whenever we needed him, and he always took it on himself to be a motivator and a kind of an extension of the coach.
First thing that comes to mind with ALEC is Chipotle, but I mean on the basketball court, I'd say just a 3-point specialist. He was a good leader, and he could get us going. He was deadly from 3, to say the least. I mean, there was a couple games where if he didn't have 4 or 5 threes that game, who knows? We couldn't get. He was the one that basically, if we were struggling shooting, he was going to get us going.
ALEC was, our main leader. He's the one that's talking to us in all the huddles. He's a primary player on the court. I feel like he's the one that's going to give you like the criticisms. He's the one that's going to tell you, hey, I need you to run harder. Hey, I need you to get back on defense. Why aren't you talking on defense? He's our verbal leader, and I feel like he did really well this year.
He really stepped up in being the leader this year because he wasn't really the main captain last year, but it was forced upon him this year. And he really stepped up to the role, led us both on and off the court, set the tone, and he really did a great job of keeping the team motivated and keeping everybody together to play.
Kordell Jackson. Man, Kordell. Doesn't say a lot, but I remember every time in practice, open gyms, I always think I beat him and get the first step, and I go for the layup, and boom, my shot just get blocked.
Goofball, man. Last year we saw his name on Instagram was Goofy Dell, and ever since then we never let him live it down. We call him that every time we see him, and he's awesome. Never a dull moment with that guy.
Kordell is a great individual. I think that it showed a lot about his character to be able to be on the team this year as a senior and to be hurt at the beginning of the season and to stick with it, and I guess to rehab, even though it was almost for just his senior night game. That just shows like his amazing love for the game and passion for the game. Just to be able to get out there for that one game and to play those minutes with the guys that he loves to play the game with. So I think Kordell also has just displays that absolute terrific attitude all the time. I don't know that I've ever had a negative experience with Kordell, on or off the court, to be honest. He doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, it's nothing but positivity and uplifting things.
Talking about Delaware. Dell, he was a competitor. He, made sure we did what we had to do in practice and fought hard for us. And stuff. Yeah, Dell was funny. Okay.
Oh, Dell? That's, give me that. Give me that Dell every time he blocks something. But Dell, he's quiet, but once you get to know him, he's really funny dude, chill, and really fun to be around.
Kordell Goof, he is, what can you say about Dell? Not that he gets picked on, but him being a part of so many of the jokes on the team, and then him just taking it, just his reactions to it, knowing that it's all in love, it's hilarious. I mean, we joke with him all the time, just about his wingspan and stuff like that. And I don't know, it might annoy him. It probably does. In 10, 15 years, just going to be very successful. Just because he works hard and he never complains. And yeah, definitely another guy I consider a brother.
I would say Goofy, but Kordell's one of the nicest guys I know, and he went through a lot, and just to see him perform on senior night was just awesome, blessing. It was amazing.
Kordell, I feel super bad about not being able to play, but even with all of that, he was the most joyful guy. Even though he wasn't going to get to play, he was injured, he was on that bench cheering harder than anybody. And I have the most respect for Kordell for that.
Kordell's a really funny guy. We're always messing with him. I just think Kordell has a great great attitude. He's always putting the team first and working hard.
He was determined to get back and playing. And the fact that he was able to come in and work hard and be able to get to play on senior night and score in double digits, and I don't know what he did on the boards or whatever, but he definitely grinded, and he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
And Dale just being one of the most selfless players, lost his entire senior season due to injury, and still showing every day with a positive attitude and helping lead this team.
Dale, that's my brother right there. I feel bad for him, him injuring himself in the beginning of the season. But for him to, go through the rehab and come back, I feel like that showed a lot of, faith and leadership.
He's always there in practice, just going there, making each other better. And he had a little injury this year, but he came back. And when he came back, straight to help me get better, straight to balling on the court when he got on the court, and it was just a great thing to happen here.
Oh man, when you got Dell on, you better score the ball. If you got Dell on you anywhere, you just got to go at him. It don't matter what he's doing, what he says to you. You just got to go at Dell. It's a mismatch no matter what happens. If he's on you, it's a bucket. I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
Justin Edith, the biggest smack talker we got. In his first few years, he didn't even get to play. So, it's tough for him to stick that out. That says something about his character and his determination to get back on the court. Our senior night, come out and have a double-double. That shows you how he can really play. So,
Eat a pizza. Justin Eadeh, that's my funny guy. That actually been the person that been really helping me through the season, because he actually can relate to the injury I had, because he's had plenty of knee surgeries.
Talking about fatback? Eadeh is funny. All I gotta say is he's funny. One of the people I would say that played his role very well.
Oh man, Justin Eadeh. That's the funniest of them all. That dude is funny, but he can be really serious. He was a good role model actually this year, to be honest. There was plenty of moments like where he would say things that were real valuable for the situation, like in a TLU game.
Justin Edith. There's no one word to describe Justin Edith. Like he could have his own adjective. He's a character. Just him and pick up basketball. He's just got like an alter ego, and the relationship that I built with him is like something I'll always cherish, and I think we'll be friends forever.
Comedian. This guy is by far the funniest person I know.
He came every practice, every game, all heart, he wanted to do anything it took to win. And when you see that, that just makes you want to get better, makes you want to play up to his level.
He's been injured a lot, so it was nice to see him get out there this year and show us what he can do.
Him and I, we're pretty good friends, I'd say. But he's a great dude. He's constantly giving it his all. On my visit last year and seeing him, just like he didn't look like he played basketball. I mean, he just, we always give him a mess, but he comes out and just gives it his all every day and just doesn't play pizza.
I miss Edith too. He's been through a few surgeries, and he showed real toughness and fighting back and getting back on the court and playing. And he always brought intensity and the edge that we needed as a team. He was a real tough piece of our team, and we needed him. And I'm real glad he was here for that.
Justin Eadeh, man, Pizza Boy. That was our nickname for him this year, He's funny, man. He's a great guy, and he always kept a smile on all of our faces, no matter if I was just doing something goofy or saying something funny. We always had fun.
Watching Edith, who had to sit out basically the past 3 years due to injury, and come in and give it all his all no matter what.
Eat a pizza, I guess, is what we call him. He has been a great impact on my life for these 4 years. He's one of the guys who's still here, who came in originally with me on freshman year. And Edith's a character for sure. He's very funny. Being on the team with Edith these 4 years and both going through our individual things off the court has helped us become a lot closer. Justin's always been there for me. He's always one of the first people to remind me that I have someone to talk to in him.
Eat a pizza. See, that's family. I've known him for 8+ years from freshman year of high school. Like, if anybody was like, if I was to say like anybody was like blood brother, like it'd be him. He was the one that gave me all my talks and had my back. So just to play with him in high school and then be able to play with him in college is something that a lot of people can't say. Like every time Edith touched the court, every time Edith came to the bench, he giving off the same energy that he's buying in and he wants the team to be great. And that's just something I love about him. Like he just got the best heart, no matter what.
The other K. He's the other person who started with me in the post positions. And I guess we really just formed a bond and playing together. And also having the same name, that also brought us a little bit closer, I guess. But yeah, I'm really going to miss him down there, being able to battle with him and have him on the other side of me.
Herrera, that's our big man right there. He's our tallest player, so he's guarding the other team's biggest players. So he's just back there fighting. And I just feel like his fight and, lack of complaints, we feed off of that. Because if he's down there fighting and we know he's running from baseline to baseline and, just feeding off of his energy.
CAYLAB. We definitely had some battles in practice. He's 6'7", I'm about 6'4". He's got 3 or 4 inches on me. We definitely battled because I was the one most of the time guarding him, so I had to push him around a little bit. But I think it definitely helped him for when we played other teams. He pushed me too. He's taller and probably a little quicker than me, so it just helped me to develop some skills that I didn't have. And he's my sweet mate too, so he's definitely, him and I connect to a different level as well. So he's a great dude. I'm gonna miss him.
I learned from him a lot this season, actually, playing against him in practice. And I just love watching him go out there and score on every day.
Herrera, you know, on him all the time about being tough and him stepping up and rising to the challenge.
He's a great guy to hang out with. He's great on the court. He's a great player, but he's just so much fun to hang out with. That's just all of these seniors are just great people to hang out with, not just basketball players, but as teammates, as brothers. It's just hanging out. Everybody's great.
Funny, just going with him in post guard breakdown. He was someone I always followed, and he's a really funny dude. Just a lot of great memories with him on the court these last 2 years. Just really blessed with the friendship that we've gotten.
The thing about Herrera that I like so much is his sense of humor. He's like probably one of the more witty guys that I know, and he has got a very unique sense of humor. So any chance I get to talk to CAYLAB, it's always interesting. Like, you can definitely tell he just wants to be a guard when he plays. And he's told me that, I think, like he just wants to be a guard, but he's in a 6'7" body. But yeah, I love him. He's definitely gonna miss him.
Caleb, that's my buddy. I'm gonna miss him the most because my roommate. That's the funniest man, and he's super cool. And I'm gonna miss him helping me on defense all the time when my man blows right by me. I'm gonna miss that the most of them all.
That's my boy, Caleb. He was a big impact for us. We're gonna miss him next year because we need some bigs. But yeah, he was our big man. He could shoot sometimes. He had that guard mentality, but I mean, other than that, you know, he did what he has to do in the post. But he was real cool. I got real close to him, you know, of course, because he was my sweet mate. But yeah, that's my boy.
Caleb Herrera. Caleb Herrera is he's a goofy guy. He's a goofy guy. Caleb is definitely someone that I'm thankful to have on the team, and when he transferred here, it made a huge impact on our program and team. And I'm very glad he chose us over ETBU. That was a big steal. He's always just a very selfless person, I guess, and always looking for improvement.
Caleb, that is probably one of the first person I met on campus. That's my boy right there. He always makes me laugh. He's really sarcastic. If you ever meet this man, and he's a really good basketball player. He kind of can do a little bit of everything on the court, even though he's 6'7", he's supposed to play the post, but he really does a little of everything. But one big move is a little right hook. Ain't nobody stopping the right hook. I can't even stop it. I got long arms just like it.
One of the biggest blessings for LeTourneau basketball. After our first year, we were in the right direction, and we were kind of looking for a big man. Coach Miller did a good job to get him here, and we're really thankful for Herrera because, I mean, we needed that 6'7" body down low. And he really grew throughout his 2 years. The first year, he kind of was more on the perimeter, and the second year, he was bruising. And shout out to him because we played some big dudes, you know. ETBU, Sol Ross, UT Dallas, they got some big dudes that go down there and bang. And, you know, he fouled all of them. He really battled, and for him, like, without him, we wouldn't have been where we were in our program just because he brought a lot to our team.
Sam Talbert, great just person in general. He's always there for you. He's there for the whole team. You know, he's definitely that leader on and off the court. You know, you can just see him being a great man going out into the world. I think he's going to be really successful in whatever he does.
Like, you know, watching dudes like Sam who've watched their role, you know, decrease over time and still come into practice every day and compete and give it their all.
And I'm really just going to miss the way he tried to keep the team together. He was always there if you needed to talk to him, if you needed extra work, he'd be there with you. He was a great player on the court, always kept everybody motivated and upbeat. And I'm really just going to miss the energy he brings to the team.
Sam was our low-key man. You know, he didn't really play that much, but he took his role and, you know, he starred in it. You know, he was locked in from the bench. You know, if you were next to him, you know, he made sure you were locked into the game. You know, if you came out the game, you know, he'd talk to you, he'd be like a little, you know, hey, I saw you doing this, and you get back in the game. You know, do this. You know, he was very like smart. Like, he knew the game, and I feel like he kept us all locked in from the bench and made sure everybody was a part of it.
He's a great dude. He gives me rides back to Austin when I need to. But on the basketball court, he's one heck of a player. He can do it all. He played on the yellow team with us during practice, and he definitely like kept us together. I mean, there were times when we were down against blue in practice, and he was just constantly picking us up and telling us, you know, we got this. And then when he got in the game, he would just do every little thing that coach needed him to do. He was, you know, driving to the basket, kicking out, finding the open guy, or scoring 4 points off the bench.
Sam's always been one of my closer friends on the team. He's my roommate a couple of years. And even when he's not playing as much, he's always been super involved. And every time he goes out there on the court, he gives his best, and he's showed up in huge moments multiple times. I think so many times when he's stepped up and done his job very well.
Sam has helped me out a lot since I first got here. He's always had my back. He's always encouraged me even when I felt like I couldn't do anything. And I just appreciate everything he went through, everything he did to stay here and be part of the team.
I would say everywhere, because he's literally everywhere on campus. Captain of the basketball team, you know, just a big trademark for LeTourneau, and definitely has made his impact known.
What's Sam is like probably, not that he's like the most sarcastic person I know, but just like before practice, every warm-up lines, every stretch, I'm always next to Sam and like Christian and Alec, and he never fails to make me laugh as we're going down, to say some like sly remark. And so, I don't know, I think that just shows Sam, like, he's just a fun-loving guy. Seeing him over these past 3 years, like, as a captain and a leader, and then me being a captain the next year, he's like one of the guys that I, like, look up to in that aspect, just how to lead a team by example. Even, like, if he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to, just always going hard in practice and doing the little things.
Sam's funny. That's a character. I remember many moments in practice, Sam just making me angry from being on goal team, making the craziest shots, just making it so hard for us, pushing us every day.
Sam was one of them too. Sam came in, you know, like he didn't, regardless of how many times he got in or, you know, the amount of minutes he played, he was always there on the sideline supporting us, you know, the first one to give us a high five when we get in the timeouts. And you know, when he got in the game, you know, the simple rib baseline and dish it off to CAYLAB and
That's a good captain. Yeah, that's a good captain, and he's a good man to talk to. Like, if you have any questions, you can go to Sam for anything. Besides, and he's missing the turnover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Plays the game well, moves well the ball really well, and pretty good defender as well.
Sam Talbert, my first sweet mate. Ah, man. You know, coming up on campus the first time and getting to meet Sam. I came from Houston, he came from Austin, so I knew he was a little weird. But man, I love Sam. Without him, I don't think LeTourneau would have been the same for me personally. He was always there, and he had a tough time just, you know, being here the first year and then kind of, you know, building along as it went. And you know, we had really great players come in, and he didn't maybe not saw the floor the whole time. But he was constantly supportive of all the guys. He worked with all the younger guys, so. He was definitely a leader on this team. I could not envision LeTourneau basketball without Sam Talbert.
First, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to my mom and my sisters and stuff. I think they've always supported me from my whole life and stuff, and I think they definitely convinced me that, like, at the late point in my senior year that I decided I wanted to play college basketball, that it was still possible, and encouraged me to, you know, try to put my name out there and try to find somebody who is willing to take me onto their team. And that leads me to Coach Wallace and Coach Miller, thanking y'all for, I guess, allowing me to be a part of the program and then dealing with me for 4 years. So that's been great, and that's been something I'm thankful for as well. I'm definitely thankful for the opportunities I've had on campus that people have allowed me to have, y'all included, but like Coach Dykey has definitely given me a lot of opportunities here to, and Miss Pete, whether it be to work and just help out and to be a part of things that are important to me. Has just been a great opportunity. I'd like to thank all the fans and stuff. I love walking in and seeing signs and stuff with our names on it, and it's just really cool. And then the last people I'd like to thank is just my teammates. Out of all my teammates, I think one person definitely stands out, and it's definitely CJ Bird. I definitely think if I had to choose one person, like to actually be like related with or brothers, it'd definitely be him. He's been there through every difficult time that I've had these past 4 years, and he's definitely one of the reasons that I'm still here, and on the team and enjoying life to the fullest, I guess. So he's made the biggest impact on my life here. So thankful for him the most.
For sure, I want to thank the one most important, God. All glory to Him, but for everyone else, my parents have been a huge help, especially when I was transferring. They were always guiding me along the way, making sure I made the right decisions and stuff. I want to thank the coaches, obviously, for giving me the opportunity to come in. 2 years left in my eligibility and be able to come and make an impact on this team. That was huge for me. All my teammates, I couldn't have done anything without them. Just having the support from them day in and day out at every practice, every game, just knowing that I have that band of brothers with me. Yeah, pretty much my whole family. All the support they've given me throughout my life playing basketball. If it wasn't for them, I definitely wouldn't be here. So, yeah.
Dr. Lunsford, for one, coming to a school like this where it's, very education-based, and when I first got here, it wasn't too involved in sports, but throughout the first couple of years, he got more involved, and I remember he was in some of our practices. We took some pictures with him, and he went all the way to Alpine our first year, the 10-hour trip out there. So, and then he ended up going to Atlanta for our national tournament. He's just been a constant supporter of us, and I feel like that kind of set the tone for the rest of the student body and faculty for them to follow along. So it's definitely awesome to see our president in the stands, supporting us. Miss Wanda was at every single game. She was out in Atlanta. I know she couldn't make it to some of the faraway games, but we'd go to an away game, and all of a sudden I see Miss Wanda up in the stands. I'm like, Miss Wanda, we're a couple hours from school. What are you doing here? She's like, I got to support my boys. So I definitely love Miss Wanda for that. She was very supportive of our guys. Dr. Zelo, he was kind of a big help to me, both in my personal and basketball career. He was there a lot. I always saw him by Miss Wanda, and then just the Blue Crew. Every game, our stands got bigger and they got louder, and I can't thank them enough just to have that type of environment to play in. It's every player's dream to play on a home court with a whole house of stands just packed. So it was awesome to see that. One person that we kind of haven't got to thank this year because he passed away last year, but Brother Lawrence. He was the true supporter of the Yellow Jackets, man. I miss him, and I just can see the big smile on his face that where our program is heading. So we miss Brother Lawrence, and we thank him for being a supporter.
All right. Well, let's see. First, I want to thank the coaches and my teammates for pushing me all these 2 years, and for the coaches getting me here. That's one thing I think. Without them, I wouldn't be here. That I want to thank my family back at home and my friends that helped me through this whole process for the past 2 years. I really want to thank my mom because she always been the person that always helped me through anything I go through. She always been there. She always been like my rock and my support. Then my grandma as well. She always been my support. #1 fan for every game she tries to watch. And then lastly, I want to thank God because without Him, none of this would be possible. And He's been helping me through my whole life, and he got me to this point. So I just want to thank him as well.
First of all, thank God for giving me, this opportunity to play the game I love, be a part of this brotherhood. Thank Coach Miller and Coach Wallace for keeping me a part of the team whenever could have so easily been replaced by somebody else, a different recruit, or when I got hurt, could have so easily just been like a team manager or something. Just kept me apart along the ride the whole way. I want to thank the university as a whole, Dale Lunsford, Terry Dykey, everybody for supporting us, even when things weren't going so well. To everybody else at the school, thank you for your support. The Blue Crew. Our home games wouldn't be as electrifying if it wasn't for you guys and everybody who supported us. Broad, CJ Edwards, my man who helped turn this program around. I want to thank my family, my mom, dad, my brother, Tyler, my sister Samantha. Man, they always believed in me. They knew that even though I was going through so many different surgeries and injuries and stuff, that I was gonna be able to overcome it. And just having that belief from the ones who know me best really motivated me. Also want to thank a man named Coach Cedric, who was my first trainer, and he still trains me to this day. Man, he helped me along the way. Coach Lewis for recruiting me. I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity. I don't know where I would be at if I went to a different school or if I would have played somewhere else. So I'm extremely thankful that you motivated me to come here. I can't forget about my grandma. Got to thank my grandma. She's looking down on me right now. She passed away during the season. She was probably one of the biggest influencers in my life to this day. Anytime I was hurt or injured and laid up on the couch with a swollen knee, she was always the person to take care of me. She actually wanted me to quit basketball because she didn't like to see me always injured and hurt and, in and out of surgeries and hospitals and stuff. But, I just can't thank her enough. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for her. So, love you, Tete. I think that's it. I could be here all day thanking a bunch of people, but I think those are the ones that are dearest to my heart. Thank you.